Hiya Squishers, and welcome to Kate's Crafty Kutch, where I wanted to share some thoughts I've got about craft in general, because I have a lot of them, and I think some of them, they may apply to you too. So if so, this is for you and for me, because I need to chat to crafty people. So today, I want to talk to you a little bit about being a butterfly crafter. What? Being a butterfly crafter. Well, as you may notice, since the last time we were in this crafty kutch, I'm not only in a different space, the backdrop is different, and I brought all the stuff out so that I can keep an eye on what it is that I want to integrate into my creative self. Now, what's this got to do with butterflies? Well, a little bit about butterflies. Now, this is mostly about what you are as a crafter. Do you define yourself by your craft, or are you a multi-crafter like myself and you enjoy fleeting around, touching all the different flowers and getting excited about things you've never seen before? Or are you a bit worried about abandoning your craft whilst you look elsewhere, and almost like this guilty feeling like you should only have this one relationship going with your craft, because we all know it takes quite a lot of intense focus to make something really good, or at least practice enough to make something really good. So a thought occurred to me. Maybe you might be struggling with being a crafting butterfly. Or maybe you like the idea of it. I love the idea of being a crafting butterfly because I used to be just a crafter who did one thing. And for a long while, which is jewellery, and for the longest time, I loved my bracket. I loved my box. I loved where I was. It helped me understand what I was doing. It gave me boundaries to push alongside. But then after a big life change, I realised that actually I'm more than just one thing. And I've always wanted to sneakily look elsewhere, especially when it came to colour. And that was one of the things that I felt that metalwork, which is a lot of the jewellery that I made, just didn't have. So I started painting jewellery, and kind of from there I started trying out a bit of yarn. And I really never expected to be so captured and excited about yarn that here I am now. Like, it's been a bit of a journey. It's been almost like 8 to 10 years since we started. Well, Tabby's 8, so there were 8 years since I started this crafty yarn journey. But I've always looked from afar at other crafters who just go for it. And if you kind of need that, it really is worth trying it out. Go for it, gentle push. Go for it, try it out. You might be surprised. And also, I need to prepare you for the other thing you might not be prepared for, and that is, you might not like it. There are some crafts which I have really been excited to try out, and I thought, oh yes, that's going to really work for me, because I think that this is the kind of thing that I might make, and then when I go to make it, it's just not what I expect, and it's not kind of what I would knew, and it just didn't really work for me. But I actually got a chance to clear that up. Is this craft for me? Nope. So I could focus my attention on different beautiful flowers elsewhere in the craft world. And talking about having different crafts and being like a butterfly, it's kind of good for your soul to allow yourself to be interested in different things. And don't ever be worried that the one craft that you love the most is going to feel like you've sidelined them and chosen a different crafting friend. You might do for a while, and I've got a bit to say about being exclusive when you're learning a new craft. But it's okay to leave them on the side for a while. They don't have feelings, which is great. You can pop them down, pick up a new craft. And you might be surprised at how this new craft feeds back into your love of your life crafting. For example, I'm quite surprised at how much all the colour in the paint, all the colour in my doodles, making sketchbooks, making the baubles into flowers, and then the flowers into paintings. Oh, like even this one right here. This is my doodle of the day, yesterday. Boom! Look at that, a bauble flower. That's kind of where I'm thinking I'm going, a bauble flower, but I would never have got there had I just stayed in my lane. I think I would have missed out on the joys of multi-crafting. And I don't have to be fantastic at all of them. And neither do you. Like, you might be okay at one or two. You might be sufficient at one, but enough to get you by to what you want. So just have some expectations of just being interested and learning, and knowing that it's okay to cheat on your main craft. the more the merrier, because after all, you could miss out on so much. Even things that I didn't expect to get from painting are that I've taken quite an interest in flowers. So I have been grabbing myself some cuttings of roses. Oh, I've never really been interested in roses until I started painting. But I'm trying out some water propagation with some roses. And this is something that I probably I wouldn't have even dared tried it. Not at all. Like, what am I doing with roses? Who knows? So to let you know how that new little experiment goes, whilst I just encourage you to try anything you want. And you don't have to be amazing. I'm not. When I start, I always show the girls my first sketchbooks, my first anything, because it's really deceiving to see a part of a journey for someone, not the start. You just see the end bits. So don't forget, everyone starts off a bit rocky and it's a bit weird and wonderful, and just to embrace it. And hopefully we can meet here a bit more often, because after our chat the other day about consistency, I want to see you more often. And this is a place I hang out quite a lot. So I look forward to seeing you again. And I hope, if you're thinking about it, you will take the plunge. And until next time, crafters, bye!